Hello, divine souls. Welcome to Spiritual Bloom, where we bloom within our consciousness. I hope you all are doing good. So, today I'm back again with another episode and another topic. So, today we'll be talking about a very common topic, which I'm sure that you have heard in many other podcasts or you have come across many videos, which is a very common and a burning topic. That is twin flame. What is a twin flame? Who are twin flames? What is their purpose on this earth, right? So, today we will be talking about twin flames. So, let's start. So, twin flame concepts are described in various manner in many different channels by many mentors and guides. I believe everyone has their own understanding of this journey as per their experience. So I will explain you who are twin flames as per my knowledge and experience through my own journey. So first, let's talk about who are twin flames. So the twin flame or twin souls is one soul which has been split into two and made a soul contract before they were born into this earth to be reincarnated. So the half soul which has been split, that one soul which has been split, half of it comes into one body and another half into another body. So one body carries the actual divine masculine energy and another body carries the divine feminine energy. Whereas I told you in the previous episodes that all human bodies consist of both the energies, but one energy, which could be the masculine or the feminine, is predominant in this case. So most twin flames are either starseeds or light workers. Now, what are starseeds and what is a light worker? That I will be making a separate episode on it. So first, let's talk about twin flames only. Let's stick to the topic. So that one soul is divided into two. It's split into two, and they make a soul contract that this split up soul shall be divided into two bodies, two vessels. I'll say, I will not say bodies because bodies are just medium, so I can say vessel. So half of the soul goes into one vessel to complete its work, and another half goes into another vessel to complete its soul, and they make a soul contract. But by the time they reincarnate and they are born, they forget, so they don't remember. Actually, that is how it is supposed to be. So who awakens first in twin flame journey, right? Everybody's curious, everybody knows, someone is saying that no, the masculine awakens first, someone is saying no, the feminine awakens first. So let me tell you, the physical body, the vessel who is carrying the divine feminine energy awakens first. Why? Because she's flexible in nature, she's more nurturing, she's mystical, and most importantly, she believes in God and has patience, to lead the journey. Divine masculines, they don't have this patience to lead the journey, and they're stubborn. I'm not saying it in a negative light, but then they're stubborn. They also, most of them, they're atheist. They hardly believe in these mystical things, magical things. They think everything is logic. So the responsibility of leading this journey is given to the divine feminine. So she leads the journey and the DM follows. So the divine masculine mirrors the divine feminine, and when the divine masculine mirrors the divine feminine, they come into alignment. So what is their purpose? What is the purpose that they had to split their soul and come into this earth, reincarnate themselves? Why? It was not necessary, I suppose. So let me tell you. The divine masculine and the divine feminine has an extremely important purpose in this lifetime, to be born as twin flames. Since they already made soul contracts before birth they come into this earth to fulfill their soul purpose and come into union. Soul purpose includes raising the earth's vibration through their soul mission and also helping raise the frequency of Mother Gaia. Both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, they become stable at one stage through their soul purpose, and because of that soul purpose they extend a helping hand to the underprivileged. Because of the pain, karmic cycles and struggles, they are humbled and have extreme empathy for people, creatures in the universe, and carry a frequency of unconditional love. So in the twin flame journey, the pain they have been put through, that pain is to humble them down, to make them grounded, to make them understand how it feels to live in lack, without money, without material things, or through pain, losing parent or losing closed ones, how it feels. So that is a way of the universe of humbling them down. So once they humble down, they reach at a certain stage by doing their inner work, they get this soul mission and they start working on their soul mission, and that soul mission leads them to prosperity. But that prosperity and abundance is not just for them, to use. Like, of course we are living in 3D, so we need materialistic things to survive, right? But it is also given, they are also blessed with such gifts so that they can help the one who are in need. For example, in case of the celebrity twin flames, right, who have utilized their power, money and possession in this lifetime and became a part of big institutions such as World Health Organization, UNICEF, PETA, etc. So the ultimate goal is to work for the betterment of mankind. That's why whatever wealth or sources they earn is maximum used for the benefit of others. So now, a very important part in the twin flame journey, that is the push and pull dynamic, which is also called the runner chaser dynamic. So the twin flames go through extreme push and pull dynamic, which is the runner chaser dynamic, where the one who awakens first, which is mostly the divine feminine, becomes the chaser and starts chasing the divine masculine, and the divine masculine runs and becomes the runner. But after the divine feminine does her inner work properly, understands her self-worth and comes into self-love, she becomes still and stops chasing, and at that moment the divine masculine's awakening process starts, and he goes through tough karmic cycle and starts chasing the divine feminine. So once both the divine feminine and divine masculine do their inner work properly and come into alignment, the running chasing stops. So that phase completely stops. Nobody chases anyone. They first come into inner harmonious reunion, and once they have achieved that, they come into permanent union in 3D, leading to marriage. But that is not possible in every twin flame journey. Like, all twin flames do not come into permanent 3D union. They only attain harmonious union, they ascend, and with that harmonious union, individually in their lives they carry on their soul purpose. Because some are already 40 plus or married or have children, and they cannot abandon their family or their children, right? Because sometimes even if the family might be karmic, they cannot have 3D union, because when they leave or divorce their family, their DF, like the divine feminine or the divine masculine, might be married elsewhere and have responsibility, so they cannot abandon them and come into union, because the divine will never let that happen. Because anything that is mean, selfish, painful or causes grief to the other person, divine will never allow. Hence they attain only harmonious union within themselves and lead their individual life, and they carry on their soul purpose. Because the karmics, suppose the divine masculine is married and the wife is karmic, what happens is he has children. Okay, so what he does is, she might be karmic, he might get separated with her, but he does not leave the responsibility of children. On the other side, the divine feminine is also married, she has a husband, the husband is karmic, she has children, so she has responsibilities. In some cases they might leave each other's partner and come into union physically if it's written in their destiny, and if not, they might leave their karmic partners and live individually, take their children's responsibility. And in another case, what happens is, their partner, the karmic partner, turns into a soulmate. Depends on the inner work, depends on their past life, karmic cycles, baggages. So it's not fixed for anyone. Everybody's journey is absolutely different. So anything that leads to pain, like causing the children pain in this process, or causing the wife who turns into a soulmate, causing her pain, that is something that divine will never allow. So what he does is, either they separate, they take charge of the children, and they stay happily alone. So physical 3D union, whether they achieve it or not, it does not matter to them anymore, because they have ascended, they have reached another level. So the journey of twin flame is not an easy one. It really requires patience, love, understanding, and forgiveness, especially forgiveness to people who do you wrong, sometimes even your divine masculine. It's very difficult to forgive them, but then as you ascend, as you move forward in the journey, you learn many things, and there comes a time when the forgiveness automatically comes from your heart. It's not forced. It takes time, as per the inner work and also the past karmic cycles. So you cannot expect that 2 months I'll do inner work and I'll wait for the next 4 months, so in 6 months I'll be getting my 3D union or inner harmonious union. No, just doing inner work will not help. Sometimes it's the waiting game also. Sometimes what happens is, a person has done the inner work, is ready, is fine, but his inner, like his or her karmic cycles are not ending. Like, it is ending, but it will take time. So you just cannot say that the inner work is going to intensify the union. It will, but you also have to keep in mind where you have come from. You only don't belong in this lifetime. You have to remember about the deeds, your karmas, your ancestors' karmas, which you have carried it as a baggage. And since you are the torch bearer, you have to lead. So in order to lead, you have to wait. Just doing the inner work does not help. You have to be very patient. Sometimes in a journey, me being the feminine, I have come across a situation where, after doing intense inner work of almost 2 years, there came a phase in my life where my mentor, my guru, or anyone who was close to me, suddenly they just disappeared from my life. The divine kept me alone for almost 3-4 months. I was not expecting union, I was in separation, but I was wondering what should I do now, because the inner union technique is already done. It's not that it's already done, I still had tidbit things to finish. I am still on my journey, but those minute things, right? Even if you do 2 years, 1.5 year inner work, there are small things which we miss out. So the divine keeps you alone for some time to understand. So that phase might feel like dark night of the soul again, but you'll be able to handle, because you have handled worst dark night of the soul prior to that. So everybody's journey is different. You have to be very patient, and it's just like a roller coaster ride, because the energy keeps on shifting, it keeps on changing. It cannot be Sunday every day. One day it will be Sunday, another day it might be Monday, then like it's not sunny every day. You cannot do inner, and if you are doing inner work thinking that oh, I'll come into union, please forget it. Don't do inner work just because you want union. That way you are delaying your own union. Let it be in a harmonious union or 3D union. Do your inner work firstly to balance yourself. Leave about the other person. Forget it. Forget that they exist. Think about yourself. You're panicking, you're in anxiety, you're not being able to function, you're not being able to do the basic work every day, and you want union. How will you come into union? See yourself first, no? So don't desire union. Desire that I am doing this inner work so that I can balance myself and lead this journey slowly, gradually. Give me that much patience. I become that much patient and calm that I can lead this journey. So you have to stabilize yourself. If you don't stabilize yourself, it's going to be chaotic. So don't think about the other person. Think about yourself first. Be selfish. Think about yourself. Because if you are fit and fine, if you do your inner work properly, if you balance yourself, then everything else will fall into place. Okay? So, let's go further. Now I will talk about how it impacts the divine feminine and divine masculine. Okay? So the divine feminine, she comes into soul alignment and she understands her worth because she has done the inner work. Slowly she starts understanding the journey. So she comes into soul alignment and understands that where she stands. Gradually she starts healing her childhood traumas and moves in confidence. She leaves any kind of codependency on others, even upon DM, and comes into realization that this path is a path of self-discovery and you have to face it alone. No one is going to come and save her. So she saves herself. And once she comes into inner union, she draws strong boundaries and even cuts off people who no longer aligns with her frequency. Sometimes she even cuts off the divine masculine when he resists awakening and acts stubborn or doesn't want to mend his ways to reach the higher level of frequency that divine feminine is in. She automatically even cuts off the divine masculine. It's like you go, you do your inner work, you have your own self-realization, then you come to me, you come and align in my frequency. Till that time, she never gives her, she never entertains him. She cuts him off. That is necessary. Otherwise, you are blocking his awakening. Okay. So the divine feminine, she becomes independent slowly, mentally, financially, emotionally. All the blockages along with her inner work, along with the process in her journey, the blockages also starts removing itself slowly. And the Shakti within her finally arises as her inner work intensifies and her Kundalini awakens and she comes home to herself. This is very important. When the inner work intensifies, once she comes into power and she realizes who she is, that is the badass she becomes, the Shakti she becomes, and she never compromises and she's never going to settle for less. Even if the divine masculine, for whom she has been crying, running behind him, right? Once she becomes financially, mentally, emotionally stable and she realizes who she is, she realizes her power, I'm telling you, she doesn't even settle for the divine masculine. Especially if he doesn't know how to behave. And if he's behaving like a distorted male, distorted masculine, she will never, no. She'll say, leave it, I don't want, I'll stay alone. So, on the other hand, the divine masculine gets soul shocks and goes through intense ego death. Because the divine feminine has awakened, she is doing her inner work, she's stable now. So now the work shifts to the divine masculine and he starts getting soul shocks. And the karmics around him also makes him realize the value of divine feminine in his life. And he goes through material loss, health issues. Sometimes he loses people around him, like death of a loved one. So it is important for him to realize the value of divine feminine, because previously he always takes her for granted. He always keeps the karmics first, he prioritizes them. So the universe, the divine, also gives him soul shock and makes him compare. I will not say compare, but he understands that how a divine feminine prioritizes him and how the karmics prioritizes him, but for material gains, or to use him. So the more the divine masculine he resists the awakening, the more his issues comes into surface and it gets worse and painful. When he finally awakens, when he slowly comes out of addictions, becomes humble, he surrenders himself, grounds himself and becomes a better version of himself, which matches the divine feminine's frequency. So the twin flame journey is a critical journey until and unless you yourself you have not survived it. Many people will say, coaches will say, me myself, I am a mentor, I will say it is like this, it is like that, it's not like this, do your inner work, don't do this. But your internal own experience is what defines your twin flame journey. So never let anybody else define it for you. I'm here just to guide you and tell you my story and my experiences. Especially, please don't follow these podcasts or these people they call some guest and they start taking their interviews. These people have not gone through twin flame journeys. They don't know what twin flame journeys are. So please don't stop listening to such podcasts. They do it for TRP. We are not here for TRP. We are here to know the actual truth. We have gone through that pain, that fire, and we understand it, and we are here as coach and mentor to help the more masses who are awakening, the next batch of twin flames. We are here to help them out, to show them the roadmap, just like my mentor showed me my roadmap. I am here to show you your roadmap. So please don't believe in people. Especially, I'm not putting anybody down. Even they are humans, they are in their own beautiful journey, but they are not in a twin flame journey. So please don't listen to them. So so in this twin flame journey, it feels like punishment during the beginning. I used to feel like a part of my soul is trapped in someone else's body who is nothing like me. Like I heard that twin flames are similar, they have same habit, but when I came across my masculine, I was surprised because he was nothing like me. So during the initial days, I used to be frustrated and I used to think that, oh my god, half of my soul is trapped in a person who is nothing like me. That was the feeling. But gradually I understood that it has nothing to do with the other person. It's all about me, my values, my wounds, my self-love. The more I worked hard, the more I ascended and understood reality. Your divine masculine is you only. That's why whatever effort you invest in yourself, if you're smart enough, you'll see that the results are visible in the 3D in your divine masculine. So divine masculine is not a separate person. Yeah, his vessel is separate, but the soul, it's yours, it's you. So if you do hard work, it will show on him, because you are leading. No, you cannot depend on him. You have to lead. Have you seen a politician, a leader waiting for the masses? No, right? He leads. So you have to lead. You and your twin flame are already in union in the 5D. So the work is in the 3D. You have to find yourself. You have to find your true, authentic self. And not to seek love or validation from divine masculine. You have to seek that love from yourself, from within. So always remember that this journey may seem like a roller coaster ride at the beginning, but the inner work is worth it if you really want to rediscover yourself and achieve inner harmonious union. So give time to your journey and don't be in a hurry. Don't be harsh on yourself. This journey, it requires patience. And remember, all our journeys are unique and different. So never ever ever compare it with anybody else. You are different. Your journey is different. My journey is different. Third person's journey is different. So don't compare it. Just take the knowledge. Take note of it. See how it matches your journey. Whatever suits you, apply that. I'm saying not just from me, like from anywhere you get any knowledge about this journey, apply it bit by bit, slowly. Take one step at a time. Because Rome was not built in a day, so union also will not come in a day. You have to be extremely patient. So my lovelies, feel blessed that you are in a twin flame journey. Because once you do your inner work properly and you know how to unleash your power, you will be unstoppable. You will realize your power and you'll know your real authentic self, the one who has ascended, who is a higher self, whose frequency is, it's unmatched, it's beautiful, strong. So be proud of it. Don't be in a self-pity mode. Pity for what? Be strong. Be Shakti. Don't be stupid and keep on crying and purging and thinking, oh my God, my DM left. No, nobody left. Seek yourself first. And feel blessed, feel proud that the divine chose you for this journey and not anybody else. Wear it like it's your honor. Okay? So yeah, that's all about the twin flame journey. I'll be bringing more episodes on twin flame journey. There are many other topics to be covered on this, so I'll be bringing that soon. I hope you really liked the topic on the twin flame journey. I'll be bringing more episodes on this. So if you really liked the message, please like, share, subscribe. And for any kind of guidance or counseling, you can email me or WhatsApp me. My email and WhatsApp number has been given in the description box. So, thank you for watching and listening to me.